as the President of OACPS Parliamentary Assembly, I only promise that I'll make you proud. I want in a special way to thank the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament who nominated me. Without her nomination, I wouldn't have made it. And also His Excellency the President who gave me the clearance and support which was necessary, because we ran a campaign. Sometimes I use the principle of my son, before it's completed, don't announce it. Okay, that's how we ran that campaign, reached out each and every delegate, and in the end, you know, so you better consult me on how to campaign. And I will establish a campaign agency. But Honorable Cooper knew what was going on. But what was very, very important also, Honorable colleagues, is this is the organization that meant a lot to two very critical people in this parliament. The late Right Honorable Jacob Olanya and the late Honorable Cecilia Ogwal. The late Olanya dedicated his life to this organization so much, to the extent that most of the drafted documents and agreements, now we have transitioned from the Cotonou Agreement to the Samoa Agreement that will be coordinating all these funds you see and support that come from the EU is under that arrangement. And then we are going to be having very strong engagements on issues to do with trade. We want non-tariff barriers removed for our goods to be entering the European Union. We want these issues like now Uganda being on the grey list for money laundering, yet we have already cleared with FATF. We have met all the requirements that are required, but Uganda, Jamaica, Panama, and Barbados are still on the list, and yet we cleared. So we are pushing. I met the Deputy President of the EU Parliament. I met a few commissioners in the EU. I hope we are going to have it sorted, because now it's with the EU Parliament. And now we are having very strong connections with the EU Parliament on which we can base to sort some of these issues. We shall be pushing on issues of climate change. Our colleagues in Caribbean and Pacific have been strongly affected, but also Africa, because we have had cyclones in Malawi, in Mozambique, parts of Southern Africa are getting affected, and you can see this drought that we are having here, the heat wave. All these are issues of climate change. So these are pertinent issues that we are going to be handling, but the most relevant one for our population here, now with the EUDR, European Union regulations on deforestation, where they are saying our coffee, our tea, our cocoa, all those products, if they have been planted in an area that had trees from 2020, then they won't be able to enter the European Union. We are saying that even when you're fighting climate change, promoting climate change, you must do it in a sustainable way and in a fair and just way. So whereas we support efforts, we need to see a way of meeting of minds. We don't end up suffocating people from poor families, from poor countries. So we are going to be having very, very hard negotiations, and luckily enough, some of you will be joining us in that spirit to deliver for the country, for the continent, and the world. So I want to thank you, honorable colleagues, for the support.
I join the rest of the world and this parliament to congratulate you upon your recent achievement and thank you for making Uganda proud. Right Honorable Speaker, I have a small clarification. Uganda was cleared from the grey list in February last year by FATF, but the EU has a different arrangement called the black list. Our expectation was that having been cleared by FATF grey list, we would automatically be cleared from the EU grey list. But this has not happened, although we are optimistic. So I want to thank you for picking it up. What I wanted to clarify is that it is not the grey list, because the grey list we are not there, it is the EU blacklist. In the EU jurisdiction, grey list is for tax purposes, but for money laundering, they call it blacklist. So, and this is what we are fighting to get out from.
I want to congratulate you on the achievement you got. And when I meet you along the roads, don't fear me calling you President, sir, with that achievement. And our Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank Honorable Tek and the Honorable Nambozi. With all the achievements, our faces outside where we are getting achievements, we are looking ugly.